Hi, I'm Jen Mack. This is a summary video of the issues in parenting children in the age of social media. The following 3 videos cover everything in much more detail and give you lots of explanation and practical tips, but this is just a couple of minutes to summarise the basic issues. In my work as a psychologist, I come up against lots of questions and issues around social media. And I think one of the reasons that we as parents find it so difficult to navigate is that most of us grew up in an age where the digital world was not so much a part of our lives as it is for our children. So we have no kind of blueprint for parenting through it, unlike other things such as helping our children start school or teaching them road safety, which we're used to. Also, our children kind of actively want to be part of the digital world, sometimes before an age earlier than we're kind of ready for them to be part of. And we're grappling with lots of headlines that make us fear the potential harms and what we might be opening the door to if we let that happen. So I propose that as parents, we take a similar approach to social media and the internet as we do to road safety. So as a society, we kind of accept the benefits of roads and vehicles while understanding that they carry inherent risk, and we raise our children accordingly, which starts from birth. So we protect them against those risks by using baby seats, and later when they're older switching to seat belts. We manage the risks by some safety behaviours such as using pedestrian crossings or cycling, taking our new cyclists to the park rather than letting them be on the roads straight away. We teach them a lot, sometimes by verbalising, we'll look left, right, left again. And later on we might teach them formally in terms of driving theory, things like that. And also at various points we learn to trust that they know how to walk safely, that they can cross the road on their own on the way to school. And we can trust them because we know that we have built that up slowly throughout their lives. We also need to prepare our children to be safe on the internet in the same way. So we need to understand what the benefits of social media are if we're going to manage our children's interactions with it and to negotiate rules and boundaries effectively. We also need to bear in mind that social media does have a few different functions that I've listed here and I go through in the second video. So our child might not only need our understanding about what they're getting from social media, but they also might need help in finding alternative opportunities for some of these if we're going to limit social media. Okay, now harms and risks are not the same. Risks are things that are just become more likely to happen for some children in some circumstances. There's a really detailed discussion on these risks in the second longer video, but I want to here just draw your attention to the hidden issues around algorithms and content that your child might be exposed to. So firstly, just remember that the apps work on the understanding that there is a minimum age requirement. So if your 10-year-old signs up to TikTok, they have to pretend they're 13. This means that all the data sent out about them from that device is on the assumption they're older than they are. And that's outside of TikTok, not just within the app. And this continues. So, for example, 5 years later, the internet then thinks your 15-year-old is legally an adult. The content they are served up acts accordingly. And remember, the way the internet works is that this data goes all over the place, not just the one specific app you let them sign up for. I'm also going to talk specifically about the role of app algorithms in fueling anxiety, which is on the next slide. And again, we talk about this in much more detail in the third long video. But briefly, the way an app works is that the more you watch something, the more of it you see. If you are a child and you watch something that fascinates but frightens you, you will see more and more content related to it. So if you're anxious about illness, you'll probably see more and more illness-related content. And let's not forget that the other effect of the algorithm is that it rewards content creators who oversimplify or exaggerate to make their content more attention-grabbing, which compounds the issue. So in this case, I recommend educating your child about how this works to explain why it's happening. Talk to them about how it makes them feel, be sympathetic, not cross. And finally, there's some simple fixes: swapping out follows for more inspiring accounts, game the algorithm by showing that you actually like different things too, and take the opportunity to consider if more parental restrictions are needed. Okay, in the longer video, I explain more about the groundwork slide, which you saw briefly just then, and also about how this Educate, Communicate, Act framework can be applied to all situations around social media and beyond. I also point you in the direction of other reliable information sources to help you think more deeply about how to raise your children in the age of the internet. Okay, these are the sources. These are some researchers. These are some books which are really helpful, and some websites here as well. These are my contact details should you need them. But like I said, have a look at the videos below for more details, and good luck.